Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Flip Side. I'm your host, J Mac. Thank you for joining me. This is January 2022, 2025. Um, I had an interesting conversation earlier today with somebody, you know, that I care about, love, and everything. And I made a comment, and I was asked not to say anything until they got back with me. So now that they got back with me, I kept my word. Um, we had a very interesting dialogue going on over the internet the past day or two about betrayal and things like that. And the real grift was Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Nelly, and Soulja Boy. You know how they betrayed us per se, but I'm gonna give you the flip side of that in a minute. So hang in there with me. How dare they do what they did? How they sold out? Okay, and these are legitimate gripes to a certain point. I'm gonna let you know, and that's the flip side. Okay, Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Nelly, and Soulja Boy have one thing in common that we don't. There's a lot of us, we walk by each other every day. We don't, but them four get together, they have one thing in common. And no, it's not that they rich. Even though that is, they do have that in common, but that's not the thing I'm saying. See, this is the simplicity of it, is why we're missing it. They're entertainers. That's how they got to where that's their success. That's where they made their money, to entertain. And the more people they can entertain, the more successful they are. So, them going to entertain at that individual's inauguration or Bitcoin show or whatever shows they was at, they got paid to do it. And that's what they do. That is their jobs. All right? Now, what I seen was they wanted to throw everybody off from what was really going on. Okay, we're worrying about Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Nelly, and Soulja Boy. And see, the reason why I remember all them names that was there is because people keep talking about it. What you're not talking about is what happened with, the price of groceries going down. What happened with our gas prices going down. You can have a legitimate gripe about them four guys if you want to, but this the flip side. If you got enough energy to waste on them, put it on what really matters. They're going to continue on. Tomorrow, you still going to have the same problem. So, on the flip side, stop watching the wrong thing. Now, if you're upset, you're a fan of theirs, that's okay. You know what to do. Stop entertaining it. Stop supporting it. That's all you got to do. But as far as that being a real gripe and a real beef right now, you're missing the whole point. Because all you doing is fueling the fire. You giving them exactly what they asked for. Why do you think that was put into play? It was to blindside you from what's really going on, right? He's still trying to do a mass deportation, and the way he's pulling it off is he's saying that you, even if you were born here, the 14th Amendment of the United States of America, the Constitution, 14th Amendment, says that you are automatically a citizen of the United States. So we got that part, right? It just said automatically, you that, okay? But if your parents are not citizens of the United States, or your kids are not citizens of the United States, and your parents are, you got an option. You give her, let us deport them, or you can go with them, and that'll solve the problem. But if you was born on this soil and your parents was not citizens, the 14th Amendment does say you are still a citizen of the United States. You was born here. But instead, what we're doing is we're worrying about Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Nelly, and Soulja Boy. Instead of, by the way, worrying about if he's going to take your Medicaid. They working on that too right now, trying to see if they could put a dent in it or take it away from you altogether. But we're worrying about Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Nelly, and Soulja Boy. So you see where I'm going at with this, the flip side of it? Okay, they entertained. They did what they did. Alright, so they did that. Okay. Now what? You still got to face this individual that's going to try to rake you down to nothing. I mean, absolutely nothing. Ain't giving you nothing unless you submit to whatever it is they want you. I don't even know where they're going yet. But that Project 2025 thing that they told you didn't exist, if you still ain't kicked on, okay. Them people that's sitting up there making all these decisions for the citizens, and you worrying about 4 black guys, 4 black men, because they did something you didn't agree with. What about that whole cabinet that you got in front of you, that's behind this individual? How many of them are black? How many of them are Asian? How many of them are Mexican or Puerto Rican? How many of them are poor? How about that? But you'd rather worry about Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Nelly, and Soulja Boy. So, hey, if that's what gets you go, okay. But the flip side is, I think that's what they want to get you to go. So you ain't thinking about what they're really doing until they've done it. See, you're looking the wrong way. Now, again, if you don't agree with what they did, just don't entertain them no more. Don't spend your money on them no more. Don't go to their show. Do that. But don't miss the real agenda of what happened. See, it was done by design. It was done for a reason. Now, I bet you there were more than them that was reached out to do this. Them 4 just happened to itself. I bet you they wasn't the only 4 that was approached and say, hey, would you come to this Trump thing? Would you do this? Don't get me wrong. I bet you plenty of them was asked to do that. So to keep it real and put it on the flip side, you worrying about Snoop Dogg, Rick Ross, Nelly, and Soulja Boy. I'm gonna give you the flip side. You definitely worrying about the wrong thing. I wish you number happiness. I wish you number peace and well-being. But right now, if you are, don't look at this. That's nothing. Look at how you're gonna pay your bills next month when all this stuff takes place. When them people start running because they scared or being deported, and them jobs can't be filled, and them produce can't get put out, and you in the store and the shelves are naked because of what's going on in the government. That's what you should be worrying about. Not Snoop Dogg, not Rick Ross, not Nelly, not Soulja Boy. That's the flip side. I'm J Mac. I'm out. Peace.